Hello and welcome to The Watchers. My name's Terence Edwards.
And I'm Rhys Jones.
And here's the news. Julianne Moore has signed up to star in Kimberly Peirce's remake of Carrie. We previously reported that both Moore and Jodie Foster were in line to play Carrie's crazed religious mother Margaret, but Moore has now signed on. The film is due in March 2013.
Tributes have been paid to actress Joyce Redman, who has sadly passed away at the age of 96. Redman was twice nominated for an Oscar in the 1960s for her supporting roles in Tom Jones and Othello.
The Cannes Film Festival has begun. The prestigious festival began on May 16th with Wes Anderson's Moonrise Kingdom receiving its world premiere. 5 digitally restored James Bond movies will be screened during the festival, with 22 films in competition for the Palme d'Or.
Stephen Fry confirmed on Twitter that he and Hugh Laurie will reunite to voice characters in an animated version of Oscar Wilde's The Canterville Ghost. The film is due Christmas 2014.
A remake of Suspiria is in the works. David Gordon Green will direct the film based on Dario Argento's 1977 classic horror film. Isabelle Huppert, Janet McTeer and Michael Nyqvist will star, along with Hunger Games actress Isabel Fuhrman as the lead. Filming will start in September.
And finally, Disney has confirmed that a sequel to Marvel's The Avengers is in the planning stage. The Avengers has been phenomenally successful with a worldwide box office take of over $1 billion. No release date has yet been given.
If I can't have you, I'll destroy you and your family.
Missed me. I shall restore the family business to its former glory.
Burn, baby, burn. Fight on, Barnabas. Fight on for us.
And fight I shall.
Love me.
Never. That was a regrettable turn of events.
Right, so, Dark Shadows. When I saw the trailer for it, I thought, okay, this seems standard Tim Burton dark fantasy shtick. Yeah, that's what you got. I wasn't overly impressed with the film. I wasn't overwhelmed by it. You could perhaps say that I was merely whelmed by this film. But generally, it was just by the numbers, yes, average.
I'll go one further on top of the average. Bland. It was bland, it was lazy, it was old hat, it was just dreadful. And Johnny Depp was just hamming it up and just awful.
I wouldn't say hammed it up. I would say it was a performance so underplayed as to be barely noticeable. I mean, the whole thing with Dark Shadows was the original US TV show was a bit creaky, was a bit
cheap.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know whether this is to the credit of the production or not, but they've seemed to have kept that going.
Yeah.
Like I say, it wasn't all bad. There was some decent-ish performances from some of them. Michelle Pfeiffer was pretty good, but underused.
She didn't have to do really much.
Very stoic.
Yeah.
But that was about it.
Yeah.
Chloe Moretz, who played the teenage daughter, she had some pretty good moments, but again was just a one-note character, really, a surly teenager. It all seemed a bit one-note, it all seemed a bit flat. Even Eva Green, as the femme fatale villain, you know, she seemed to be enjoying herself.
But it felt,
as a performance,
felt
it
like
seems
to me
to be having fun, but
rip-off of Meryl Streep in Death Becomes Her
yes,
role. It
very
was
true, especially
same
towards the end.
character. It was her movements, even her body movement, the whole way she approached it was like watching Meryl Streep in Death Becomes Her. That's what I mean. It was just retreading, rehashing. I know that's not a Tim Burton before everyone says I don't know my films, but it was just pitiful in my eyes. It was everything I hasten to say thought it was going to be, and I did go in there honestly with an open mind, saying to myself, okay, entertain me, let's enjoy this.
I think I've said pretty much all I want to say about it.
I don't want to talk about it more about
it. Time for the ratings then.
You go first.
2.5. Purely mediocre.
2.5. I'm going to be honest. It's going to get 1 star.
There we go.
just no, I can't. It's just 1 star. I'm drained.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Go, take him out! You got some balls, Luke.
Yeah, amazing I can even walk.
Safe.
So I just watched Safe, starring Jason Statham, written and directed by Bose Yakin, who also wrote Dirty Dancing 2. Now, I saw the trailer, and like everyone else, I thought it looked like a formulaic action movie, but I was hoping maybe it might be a little bit more. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and it was also a lot of other things. I'll go straight with the good, and then I'll go with the bad, because it's more bad than good. The good, Jason Statham, as ever, rock solid as an action lead. He brings always some kind of real believability in being this kind of person, this kind of character. The premise is an interesting one to a point. It's a story about a young girl who's got the codes inside her head. That is basically the financial books of the Yakuza in New York City, because they don't trust computers. Very wise. So they put it all inside a genius child's head. An interesting idea, like I said, but badly planned out, badly constructed movie. What you end up with, unfortunately, is a very convoluted, overly convoluted plot. Literally too many cooks in the kitchen is what I'd say about the plot. Too many things going on, and you can't really keep up. More importantly, I think, though, I think personally for myself, is I didn't really care. I didn't really care to keep up, I think that's the truth. I was too bored by about halfway through the film. I didn't really care about the outcome. I didn't care if the girl lived or died. Quite the main downfall of this movie is about a child's life, and I couldn't care that she lived or died. I think that says a lot about the movie in itself, so I'll leave it there, and I'll frankly give it 2 out of 5.
So DVDs, we catch DVDs obviously every now and then, like everyone else, and we watch things at home. What have you watched recently?
Cowboys and Aliens. If I'd gone to the cinema to see it, I would have walked out. Sadly, it wastes a really good premise, which is quite frankly unforgivable. It's got a good cast as well. You know, you've got Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, Sam Rockwell, Olivia Wilde. You've got decent actors, but they're underused, playing broad stereotypes, and quite frankly there's a particular twist regarding Olivia Wilde's character which is frankly baffling, and I was just massively disappointed by it. To say that I would have walked out of it if I was in the cinema, you know, that's fair enough, because I would have, but because I was at home and I thought I have the time, I have the luxury. You know, I've got about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 in, because this is a 2-hour film. And I really did think, shall I just turn this off? I just do not care enough. It gets 2 stars from me, just because it's an interesting premise. There's some half-decent performances. Some of the effects are alright. But generally, I certainly wouldn't recommend it.
I saw that in the cinema last year, and I agree with you completely about that film. I'm not going to carry on anymore. Just I agree, and I agree with you on the rating. I second that 2 out of 5. It was just shocking. I saw it in the cinema. I didn't walk out because I wanted to see if it got better.
See, that's the problem. You always have this optimism, isn't it? This is always this blind optimism that it's, you know, it could get better. You could walk out and miss something. But
I don't think in this case I had any reason really to doubt that it would. I mean, we're in the hands of Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford on screen. And I was in the hands of the director Jon Favreau, who did Iron Man 1 and 2. I thought I was in good hands, and I completely agree with you. 2 out of 5 is being generous.
Mm. So that's what I saw on DVD. I'm hoping what you saw was better. So what did you see?
I watched Kevin James's venture, Zookeeper. It's a family, fun, romantic comedy with a slight difference. You know, yes, the premise is ridiculous. It's about a zookeeper who can then talk to the animals, because the animals turn around and they relieve this massive secret that all animals can actually talk, they just don't let the humans know. What also makes this a cut above is the vocal talent behind the animal CG characters.
Right.
You've got a lion who's the lead alpha character leader of the pack in the zoo, and it's voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Cool.
Exactly. Then there's a gorilla who befriends and becomes the best friend of Kevin James's character, voiced by Nick Nolte.
Okay.
Right? Cher is a voice in there as well. And obviously Adam Sandler plays a cheeky monkey, which he would do very
But of
well.
course he would.
Yeah, but it's Nick Nolte that raises the game in this, and Sylvester Stallone when they're there, and you forget you're watching the animals.
Yeah.
The performance of these two actors comes across. I mean, Kevin James is brilliant, he's funny. I'm not going to go on about it too much. Please give this a go. If you're in the mood for a family fun film, this is a really good grab, put it in, have a laugh.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a feel-good, fun film where you just want to forget everything. And it will make you laugh. And 4 out of 5. I'm being honest. 4 out of 5. It made me laugh, and I enjoyed it that much.
Take this. Now all you have to do is jump.
You want me to jump?
Time jump.